since the day you earned your first dollar. They said taxes are for roads, schools, and hospitals. They print trillions for war, for banks, for billionaires, but they come after you for every cent. This was never about funding. It was about owning you. You're not a citizen. You're a revenue stream, a cog in a machine built to drain, distract, and dominate. And the worst part, you thank them for it. This ends now. Welcome to the illusion they sold you. They told you that taxes are the price we pay for civilization, for the smooth functioning of society, for the infrastructure that supports our daily lives. They said it's the way we ensure roads are paved, schools are built, and hospitals are funded. But the truth? They lied. They lied because taxes were never about funding the things they told you. They were about control. Control over you, over your labor, your income, and your time. The governments and financial institutions have been lying to you for years about the purpose of your hard-earned money. In 2020 alone, the governments of the world printed over $10 trillion, not through the collection of taxes, but through creating money out of thin air. They didn't need your tax dollars to fund their operations. They simply conjured more currency from nothing. They don't need your money to finance wars or to prop up failing banks. They print money when they need it. So if they can print trillions to fund military operations, to stabilize failing economies, and to back up corporations deemed too big to fail, why should you still be forced to hand over a percentage of your paycheck to pay for schools, hospitals, and roads? But here's the reality. It's not about fairness. It's not about ensuring that public services are funded. It's about something deeper. Taxes are a tool of control, not a means of funding. It's about maintaining power control over you, the worker, the taxpayer, the citizen. The money you pay into the system goes far beyond simple civic duties. It becomes part of a broader power dynamic, where you're taught that your contribution to society is necessary and good. But in reality, much of that money doesn't go to the public services you were promised. Why then, do you still pay? Why are you taxed while billionaires dodge their obligations through loopholes and offshore havens? Why are you subjected to audits over petty amounts, while defense budgets soar and politicians fund wars with your hard-earned cash? Because it's not about fairness. It's about maintaining a structure where the elite, the unaccountable central banks, and the military-industrial complex hold power over the masses. This is not a conspiracy, it's a system designed to drain your time, energy, and freedom. You are born into it, told to follow the rules, contribute, and believe that paying taxes is the price for being part of a civilized society. But in reality, that system isn't there to ensure your well-being. It's there to perpetuate power in the hands of those who control the levers of finance and politics. In this system, your freedom is an illusion. The narrative they've sold you is designed to keep you in line, to make you believe that what you're doing is patriotism, that you're contributing to the common good. But in truth, you're being manipulated, your energy, your effort, your wealth all siphoned into a machine that serves only those at the top, while the rest of us fight for scraps. And so, the question remains, if the government can print money to fund wars and bank bailouts, why must you continue to pay taxes for things that are supposed to benefit you, your health, your education, your roads, your security? The truth is, it's not about funding anything. It's about control. The control of your wealth, your labor, and ultimately, your freedom. The tax code is not justice. It's a map for the elite. A blueprint for how to escape what you are forced to obey. The rich don't pay taxes. They navigate them. Entire industries exist for one purpose: to find legal loopholes not for you, but for them. Over 7,000 pages of IRS code, written not by lawmakers, but by lobbyists, by corporations, by billionaires, by those who bought influence and shaped the rules to their advantage. This isn't law. It's engineering a system designed to appear fair, but never was. While you sweat over deductions, They hide profits offshore. While you fear audits, they rewrite the rules. This is not corruption. This is design. A game you were never meant to win. A system where you follow the rules. But they wrote them. And every time you comply, you validate their illusion. But now, the illusion is cracking. You're not crazy. You were conditioned. You're not lazy. You were leveraged. Why do they want you taxed? Simple. To keep you busy. To keep you compliant. To keep you broke. They want you chasing income. Clocking in. Clocking out. Always one step behind. So you never have the time or the energy to rebel. They've turned taxation into a virtue. Surveillance, disguised as patriotism. Do your part. Pay your share. Support your country. But behind the flag waving and slogans is the real objective. Control. A tax society is not a free society. It is an obedient one. Because when they can see what you earn, where you spend, how you live, they can shape your behavior. Fear of audits, fear of fines, fear of being non-compliant. They don't need chains when they have systems, and they don't need prisons when they have debt. You think you're free, but you're just well managed. They say it's for your own good, but it's for their own power. And as long as you're taxed, tracked, and tamed, you'll never realize the cage was never locked. You were just trained not to leave it. They say no one is above the law, but the 0.01% didn't escape taxes. They engineered immunity. This is the billionaire escape plan. Trusts to pass wealth across generations, untouched. Foundations, tax-free empires disguised as charity. Debt, the secret to untaxed cash flow. Borrow, spend, expand, and pay zero in income tax. You work for wages. They live off loopholes. While you calculate every deduction, they park trillions offshore. And nations, yes, entire governments compete to become their tax havens. This is not capitalism. It's feudalism in a suit. Because only one class pays in full. The middle class. You. The rich. They pay accountants. The poor. They pay everything. And what they fear most is that you'll wake up, that you'll stop obeying and start learning. Because once you understand that taxes equals control, you'll start using the same tools they do. LLCs, trusts, asset protection, the tax code not as a cage, but as a key. Knowledge is the only escape. You were never meant to win their game, but you can learn to stop playing it by their rules. And if you want to break the illusion, connect with my channels. The cage was never locked. The key was knowledge. And now, you have it.